In this video, we're going to be doing our first POV footage breakdown, and we're going to figure out what's going on with your frontside 540 and how you can start landing it. So we're going to do this with some of my frontside 540s, and we also got some POV footage that we'll be able to cross compare. Let me go and get that linked up right now. So snapping off the lip, like that, snapping off the lip. So front fives are one of those tricks that are very, very difficult. And that's because you need to land switch front side. What's the hardest landing you can do in snowboarding? So let's link these up and see what's going wrong. So first, edge transfer. You're coming in on your toe edge, switching to your heels. Pretty good timing on switching to the heels, but I think you're going and loading up and switching a little bit too early. See how your arms are fully closed off at this stage here as soon as you get to your heels? This is making it so you start throwing your spin pretty much immediately after, and this is making you go and finish your snap when your board's still a little bit on the ground, and that's why we're seeing you go and get this little bit of disconnect. So for this, just delay your setup a little bit. Get on your heel edge around the same time. You can delay it a little bit, but I want you to delay winding up those arms and throwing your spin into around this point, halfway up. If we go and look at the right here, we can see Tosh. His hands when he's going up his heels are still casual, and it's only once he starts getting closer to a board length away from the lip that he starts snapping his spin. It's a very small difference in motion, but it's going and letting him continue his momentum off the lip without over rotating his upper body. What brings us into the second thing, the spot. Right now, you're going and trying to spot around your shoulder too soon. You want to be spotting out in front of you more like you would for a 360. And this is making it so when you get to this point in the spin, you're going and trying to use counter rotation while keeping your eyes spotted forward. This is completely different from what we're seeing with Tosh, where he's going and snapping, looking at the knuckle, and because of that, he's able to go and pull into his spin and look around that shoulder. So if we compare at 270 here, let me just confirm that is you at 270? Yeah. So at 270, Tosh is hitting his grab and he's waiting for that landing to come into view, where you're going and trying to throw around your body and try force around the spot over the shoulder. If you're ever spotting over the shoulder and this back arm is getting closed off to you, that's going to halt your rotation and lead to this under rotation. It will be almost impossible to go and rotate and get to your toe edge if you're going and utilizing counter rotation this early. So let's just make you big for a second and really break down what's happening here. So right now what's happening is you're snapping a little bit too soon, causing you to over snap your body. This is making you too twisted off the lip. So when you go to try bring your legs and upper body together, you need to go and try to activate your core and bring it together artificially. This is causing your legs to get tilted up in the air, your core to get disconnected, and as you're doing this, you're not going and having your head continue the rotation because you're trying to rebalance. This is making it so to try to get the rotation around, you use counter rotation right here. And we can tell you're using counter rotation because your legs continue to rotate as your head stays looking back towards the knuckle. For a frontside 540, you need to make sure that your head is leading the rotation and you're leading the spot underneath the arm, because if this is resulting in your spot being over the shoulder, making it so you're closing off your field of view, you're hurting your axis of rotation, and you're not able to use this back arm to pull the spin around, resulting in under rotating the trick. Now let's go and compare that to some of my front fives, not POV footage. So watch here. I'm coming in nice and patient, getting into that wound up position, and then I'm making sure that I'm snapping and keeping my head looking forward, not looking down towards the takeoff, but forward. And as I do that, I let my body come together. See how I'm keeping everything connected here and not getting that moment of extension and disconnect. That's really the key for front fives, is making sure that you're not snapping so hard that you lose that tension in your core. From that point, you'll be around 180. That's when you hit the grab. Everything should be tight, connected. Your eyes should be down, getting ready for the next part of this trick, pulling the spin around. This is where you go and look around that shoulder, not over it, but down and under, letting that arm lead the rotation. And when you do this, It lets you pull and use that back arm to speed around the trick. Now we're looking at my front 5. You can see how patient I am off this lip. That's because I don't want to be over popping. I'm leaving the takeoff, eyes looking at that landing, and I'm being patient, letting my core catch up. And as I go and hit that grab, I use that front arm to pull around the spin while keeping the eyes locked at the knuckle underneath that shoulder. And this is what's letting me get that spin pulled around. So, as a final recap, it's really important to make sure that you're not over snapping off the takeoff, leaving in too compromised position. That'll make it so your legs need to play catch up. You want to be in this 90 position, everything tight, so you can bring everything together, hit the grab at 180, and then use that back arm to pull the spin as you keep your eyes spotting underneath that shoulder towards the knuckle, and then keep leading that rotation of your upper body, and that's going to let you get this trick around. So make these changes, let me know how they go, and if you need any more feedback, you can submit another video to Addiction Plus. Anyone watching this video that isn't aware, Addiction Plus is Snowboard Addiction's online coaching program where you can submit videos of your riding and we'll give you in-depth video breakdown just like you're seeing here. You can try it out now for a free trial.